Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, little late, out of date, Raw review. Not much excitement these days, folks, for Raw there. It almost feels like it's not worth reviewing these days, you know what I mean? There's not much to talk about. Vince McMahon is back, which is fun to see or whatever, but not much action, folks. We had a Seth Rollins promo. He says he's going to fight Big E at a pay-per-view called Day One. Apparently on New Year's Day, there's going to be a pay-per-view for whatever reason. I don't know if it's pre-taped or what, but so Seth Rollins against Big E. And then Seth defeats Finn Balor. Later on, it's Kevin Owens versus Big E. If Owens wins, he gets added to the match. And Seth Rollins was pissed off at Owens or whatever. He interferes. Owens wins by DQ and he gets added to the match. So Owens pisses off Rollins. Rollins attacks him. It's a DQ. Shit, weirdo finish. Boring. Cheap. And then it's a triple threat or whatever. They could have just did a triple threat instead of doing whatever the fuck this was there. I got you, Seth! I got you! It was pretty cringy or whatever there, so. Very cheap. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan did a promo or whatever, just the basic, bland, boring promo there. And then it was Team Liv versus Team Becky, 5-on-5. Team Liv won or whatever, and there was a little brawl there. It was very exciting. That's very exciting. Very good. Then you had Edge, folks, making his debut on the Raw brand. Big Edge, and then The Miz arrived, making his own return there with Maryse, and they referenced the AEW promo, basically. There, people are talking about you on another show to try to get a reaction. You're in their heads or something. Edge was saying this to The Miz because of less famous Miz or whatever, the line in the Punk and MJF promo. So they referenced this, and basically this was like WWE's answer to that, because of the less famous Miz. It felt like, here's the real Miz, and we got an old guy of our own, Edge kind of deal, and it was like an answer a bit to the Punk MJF stuff. Some people are calling it a ripoff or whatever, but like Miz just being there, being himself, who is he ripping off there? You know what I mean? But it definitely felt like, okay, here's the real Miz and a better old guy or something. It, the promos were completely different, shit like this. So I don't think they ripped them off, but it's an obvious, here's the real Miz and an old guy or whatever. It's some kind of rip off there. The promo wasn't a rip-off, but I don't know. It was okay. It might be an okay match, but a little cheap, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, folks. Mr. McMahon was there again with Austin Theory backstage. They were watching the show. We wanted to teach him about, the element of surprise. Expect the unexpected, right? And he's showing him stuff on the show. Did he expect the surprise? Were you expecting a surprise? Blah blah blah. At the end, he's like, "Oh, have you learned a lesson or whatever about surprise?" Yeah, Mr. McMahon. He gets up and McMahon smacks him in the face or whatever. Like, that was the best part of the show. The only thing that was okay, like McMahon smacking the kid in the face or whatever. Like, the rest of the show is just like the Edge and Miz thing, like fucking shit. Like, Miz, he's not a ripoff just because now he's appearing as himself. That means he's ripping off MJF. Edge, it's not a ripoff because he's old, but it looked like a shitty fucking weird ripoff. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like, I don't fucking know anymore. If RK Bro defeated Rude and Ziggler for the tag team titles. Never have I ever given any less of a fuck about the tag team championships in WWE. Like, fucking meaningless as it gets there, Rude and Ziggler. Who fucking cares? And here's other stuff, folks. The Street Profits defeated Otis and Chad Gable. AJ Styles stuck in a retard feud against these jobbers. He was blinded or whatever. He was acting like a blind guy, and then he tried to get the Street Profits, but they were way too dominant. I mean, boring, fucking boring. Like, Damian Priest defeated Apollo Crews. And he was doing his demon gimmick or whatever. This shit, I don't know where they're gonna go with this. They're like, where do you go with shit like that? Like, I don't know if he's gonna come out dressed like Kane or something, some kind of demon character, but because his name is Damien, and Damien, some people think the son of the devil was called Damien. I don't know where that's from. It's not in the Bible, I don't think. There, I don't. But because the name is Damien, he's a demon. He has the devil inside or whatever, and he's like this. He does something like that, like. And people in the comments, hey, I'm really liking this new gimmick. Where do you, fuck do you go with this? I don't know. Um, it's better than whatever he was doing before, I guess. That's the sad part there. Whatever it is, it's better than whatever the fuck you were before, bud. But it's still retarded. The Mysterios defeated Cedric Alexander and Benjamin there, so they have nothing better for Rey Mysterio. Like, you could put him in the match for the championship or something, or for fun there. Like, I understand putting over his son, but like, now both of them look like two fucking worthless jobber. They've been beaten by Bobby Lashley 2-on-1, dominated by Lashley. Now they're fighting a jobber tag team, and they beat a jobber tag team. Oh, that's how you get on track on commentary. Like, that's how you get on track, beating a jobber tag team in one match after losing for 6 months or whatever. There. Overall, very cheap. The fucking Owens, Rollins, and Big E stuff is fucking cheap. Like, very throwaway mid card feel to this triple threat or whatever. Seth Rollins against Big E 1-on-1 might have been better than the triple threat. Like, the Becky Lynch stuff was boring there. Edge and Miz, fucking God knows what the fuck this was. Like, McMahon slapping Austin Theory, that's the best part. Like, it's fun seeing McMahon back. Too bad the rest of the show has to be so terrible. Like, maybe Miz and Edge will be a good match, but this just felt too much like a weird thing, with the AEW promo. You know what I mean? It just felt weird, and like it wasn't the same kind of promo, but whatever they tried to do with this, we have the real Miz. I don't know what this was, but the AEW promo was something different there. It was entertaining. Just doing this, I don't know. I don't know. Just a fucking cheap show and fucking cheap. Straight up. And doing the review feels awkward. It does. It's like you don't even know what to say about this show anymore. It's just weird and awkward show overall. Until next time, peace. I'm all confused. Fuck's sake here.